everyone, we are Geeks Not Nerds. I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Vince.
Today we're going to be doing something completely different. First of all, you can tell we're dressed kind of differently today.
This is for the live show.
This is still from the Geeks Not Nerds Awards Live Show, and we decided to do this live because we thought this performance would be interesting for people. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. So, here's what's going on. We decided to perform something for you, and YouTube does this very, very strange thing. I don't know if people have seen it. I think they probably have. Where they have,
What? I'll organize them for you.
Oh, no, it's good. I'm good. They have... Well, if it gets messed up, we won't know, right? They have closed captioning. It's in beta. They're trying to make this thing work, and a lot of the time the words aren't quite what people are saying
At all.
And one day I turned it on one of our videos, and I thought it was so funny that I thought maybe it would be interesting to actually transpose the entire thing and see what YouTube actually thinks we're saying in our videos. What do these closed captioning actually think we're saying? And so I thought we'd put it together, and we would read the script as YouTube claims it is. We just read it. This is transposed from a Geeks Not Nerds we did about 3 weeks ago on director's cuts for DVDs. That's what the topic was, and you'll see that there are places where that topic pops in, but it's kind of weird. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of start over as if this is a new Geeks Not Nerds, and we're going to open up just like the captions tell us to. Okay, all right. Everybody understands what we're doing. Here we go. Vince, are you ready?
I think so.
From this point on, we will be reading our closed captionings. Our closed captions. And part of the experiment is to see what the closed captions on this video will look like.
Yeah. And think about what the opening sounds like. And here we go.
Hardware sub-cabinet.
Skinheads Beaconsfield beat.
Partner records that the other side can stand. It's mass grid about approval and progress clash use. Are directors clubs? If I don't like, should we be adding things that were taken out of the actual hot dog, but we actually have a tax cuts, and what should be to win with those exude experts dot? Should we always have a contest of that? That's kind of question to the recliner. Let's get started.
So our first cut director of the 1 point that they got Florida Our Act.
Ice cubes of ice-covered shoes today.
It was called Director's Cut Movie.
Yet street or perform really awful.
Service. So I think the director's cuts are a worthwhile thing. I don't think that everything deserved the director's cut. That's kind of what came is that it can be part of that.
Do you think extended concerts ridge? You were up 4 foot or 5 expectantly.
If you don't think that that is that, because which for some time, so there'll be director's cuts, that part, really to practice, Derek started, because a director cut implies that somebody, specifically the correct, said that we are going to change the original for the at least movie tube engine that I originally had.
Yellow or orange really idealized use at peak at 5, and it's on the street. The producer or the studio, very often died. Destroyed, he speeds off PC4 on its way, coordinate Dahlia and Optical. Be gracious later, team wins. We said hi.
The Reed press releases that strings that don't understand. I don't understand why things did change between theatrical version and the director's cut, because at worst it wanted it to expect. Sometimes I do understand why director, which means that the Justice Ella director's cut, because is your graduation at some kind of artistic integrity. Sometime, right?
I think you're right. I think sometimes criticized for not because they had nowhere where it's like out. Mike, movie got changed too much to be point where something unrecognizable and about, and if not the first, back to procedure, right? Sometimes system is it's a little bit different. We didn't keep what changed. Electricity, Rector Scott, eye-catching hotel, looks at what's changed. Unusual anything this year. Equitable case, solicit records on canceled, and first look at C, and it hit the takeoff. Scott, Corridor Scott, it indict it ozone supplies. But you have enough integrity to the is not, call it that, powerful one.
I have that. Dispassionate. 6 different visions of a blueprint trusteeship.
Yet war.
I have and settle it at the same will be several times anyway.
Well, it's,
But your personal cut that the other will cut, the numbers extended edition, that's not the director's cut because it's not the director's original vision. Someone's gonna Mexican represent or repressed respect, I would trust stuff to extend the debt as stuff to after no apparent reason.
It archives, he, like that calmly, 250 system.
That's the plan. Is that, I suppose that I consist of the way we look at the point when I say that director's cut as potentially worthwhile, but if you don't have anything changes respectively, brother, would you like it? It's request for more money.
I think lobby happened. McCarty now, especially week 1. Once this Alliance director's cuts, I think what needs to be, to be happening more often. Whenever used, any special edition, you don't worry about the special features. That's okay. I have a problem. Specialization's working out provisional cat, and then all of the DVDs, we get the deleted scenes, approaches approved, leave of absence exposed. We'll take you there.
Yep.
Okay, work originally wanted to go. Patient should be in which the Rockets Robert F-bomb work go on a blanket. That's not always possible, especially if there are special sex. Judas evidenced in Washington, D. They took out depict festival hospital effects throughout the body of the special expected. City for the America's best interest rate state was, people that'll be extended. The protocol here about Billy exposure and assisted. Records is walking breakthrough like this. We would like to screen window with nothing in it of story.
Or maybe a little bit everything we've seen into Star Trek motion picture, and it'll be like the Arab people be standing around cities sequestering monies. People.
Motion picture presence before motion picture people movie I've ever seen. CAC something that came out, Pull Special Honor Project. This motion picture special export, that's all that's available. Actually, a dog that the court developed this DVD despite the alteration 100 still buried his ad.
Wanted to do that!
For more than 20 director's Sky. Yes! Andrea Earth record of a fat guy.
It'll Behavior TVC Records, Additions Stance.
Archivist copied.
Whether directors, that's the first in the past. Mine usually is Blade Runner. Which the biggest between those words we took out the voiceover, and that's it for our Cindy.
That's it for our Cindy.
Yes, he had nothing to me. It is the purpose of the
apt.
Have not seen it yet, but it's politically incorrect and I say elected orchestra, and incentive for who have seen both. That's that every once in a report was like they sit down.
The reality accuracy.
But Arya, the reason that the will, of course, that's, I don't know, but they say that the reason that the new ones, but it was because, do you want to spell sends out? Says, I have here is the little plateful platter for you. Go ahead, Andy movie. Neither. In the director's cut, that major work for a little bit that you paid attention to the movie, it's not that good. Made, of course, you should be able to go, Senior Entertainment said. It said something about it, and they seems to me so. Christopher 4.
For possible along with Dad and I, Elvis, we have, I think that's patience. I tagged activity that there was Sunday exposition BS that would be this Hendrix position, or simply establishing that out with, make this deal to cancel Horrible Harry W.U. Deceitful. What's going on? I think I got hit with a terrific reasonableness of the legacy of the gaps in something there. It looks like this dot especially intel processed without we want to tell of his supporters here, especially after a news conference here. Extortion pit. That's up from Problem United because personal confidential that it definitely sorry for the seams infected. The difference is it's things what the status of the Pope. feels better when you yell it.
And I'm not saying that everything parents question so many movies have deleted scenes, noted that it will be, and we'll see if that's a look. Somebody walks into a room that moves, and there are people that it's over.
He had already without your system.
Why? We don't know. It was the expense of printer that meets their needs and finds out that you have to move through the between scenes in the field, not on the way.
The seed cut for every except the cutout, that's the stuff of animosity. What is significant, like say that we got a lot of PPC identify in half an hour, it's because the thing was 6:03 to watch the film. I would or could fit hiding most people Comiskey Prophet would have. I'll put it, I'd get you what you would, only I have always appointment agreement that you speak 3 Harris. Victory after hours, people don't cut the stuff happening on artificial ha-ha. Throughout point, at the very least, community. Community!
Hey! Yet, you know about Stuff Happens who fee indefinitely that was the happenings on reality. What will be you political cut?
I mean, I get what you wanted to put anywhere you want that fight, Harry Potter Phil. Research, it's going to see that. Granted, Slash movies are talking about character to be there who are gifted, but the head of the economy and lightly, we gotta get what you want that fire ourselves. Yet I don't get what Last Working felt happy hateful at 4 hours, and I gotta go quick anecdotal. Why they thought that up. Period. He very vital coral reef watchmen, which are not really to life. Speech 3, Rick.
Yet, but that's about it based on the mysteriously block. You can't keep this people say, why not statement?
It will actually personal on the reasons the anchor one's uncertified. Let's get started. Group B, strep. But by use complicate Hotmail acting out why capitalism. We kept it with the graphics. It's not like it trick-making white people who see it, EXP, proceed toward teeth with your life. How's it going to get it contract details amongst expensive? Speak Chinese! It's easy for us to see urban blight. You know, if you look at it for 4 hours, but what if that work presents people from seeing it? Very expensive. Explore Our Citizens Jackpot, 8 science fiction film attraction copy of a lot. Enough, so, champion.
Yeah, understand why. It's just...
Well, anyway, I want to think about Star Trek Scots, and when you think interconnect anything Raptor Breeze Reconstruction sin, outside, they dog always watching Cambodian.
Peripheral compost.
And that's what YouTube thinks we're talking about.
Yep. I never realized my name was pronounced either Peripheral Compost, Skinheads, or Beaconsfield, or Beat.
Yeah, how did that even happen? But did you notice, what I got from this was that, and by the way, if that was painful, good, it was for us too. Here's the thing. What I got from that is that Vince interrupts me all the time, and I am really political. I mean, like, it was just bizarre.
Yeah, I wonder if YouTube doesn't just have, like, a stable of expected things that people talk about.
Yeah, I wonder kind of how it works.
Yeah, apparently it's all, like, racism, food, and politics. I think that's what it is.
Vince, I want you to see how many weird faces you can make while I'm walking over there. You ready? Ready?